about the success that you're having right now?
Well, I will say, and I've said this at events before. Most people you have to take responsibility for things that go on in your organization. It starts with you. So as soon as you change something up, as soon as you start doing something different, as soon as you start moving a certain way, people will more than likely follow that same manner, right? So, as a Platinum 5000, I think aside from, mindset and the mental part about, exactly what I was doing, I think I was doing it wrong just for the simple fact that I feel like I was slowing everybody else down. Most of that time was during the summer months, right? I went from, spring semester of college all throughout the summer to fall semester of college. I didn't end up hitting Chairman 10 until later in my fall semester. So that whole summer, like you said before, most people slow down during the summer months, and that's exactly what I did. That's not something that I was aware of. Being, it was my first time in the industry. We weren't running events. Events weren't running. People weren't traveling. People weren't, we weren't prospecting as much as we do now. And, a lot of that is probably because I wasn't, right? Because it starts with you. Everybody has to take responsibility and know once you start doing something, most people that are following you or that you want to follow you, they'll do the same. So I wasn't, I wasn't traveling. I wasn't doing as many events as I do now. And because of that, once I reached Chairman 10 and once you told me about the summer, I came to the conclusion that this summer, we're going to do it a whole lot different than we did last summer, right? We're not going to slow down. We're not going to wait for things to pick up. We're going to go ahead and make sure that we put it on pace now so everybody can follow that same pace, right? So just, some of the things that we've done this summer, man, we've had several events. Right, we've had iMillennials. Nate had New York Experience. We've done more events over the summer than we've done in school semester, like actual school semesters when school was in session. And most of the time, we built on college campuses, so most of our events are during the semester. But we've actually had more events, bigger events over the summer than we do when school is actually in session. And the reason we've done that this summer is because now we know things usually do slow down during the summer. So we need to do things that's going to make everybody speed up, which is why, we put out, actual events, bigger events for other people to follow the same manner. So I think that's one of the main fixes to, actually, us moving a whole lot faster than we did last summer. So I don't want to...
Now, Brian, I got this question because before you started putting on big events, what type of events were you guys doing? Were you guys doing home meetings? Were you doing Zoom meetings? Were you doing one-on-ones, two-on-ones? What type of meetings were you and your organization doing when you hit Chairman 10 and you broke your first Chairman 10? And what meetings were you doing before you start putting on the iMillennials and the events that you put on in New York?
Yeah, definitely. It's a process. So of course it started with the Zoom meetings, right? It started with the Zoom meetings. More people came into the organization. We started doing home events. I started doing home events out of my apartment in Atlanta. I had a little clubhouse. It moved from me doing it in my actual apartment till it got a little bigger. So I moved it to my clubhouse, right? The clubhouse of my apartment. And then after that, we started doing more school events, right? Because more college students at specific campuses were getting involved in what we were doing. So anytime a new college or somebody from a different institution came into the organization, we would do events at their school. Right, and as the events got bigger, we would go back to that institution. It wouldn't be just a one-time thing. Every time we go back, and I still do it to this day, just because I know every time I go back, it's always going to be more people. Right, most people will stop at the first event, stop at the second event, and won't return because they feel like they've already planted a seed. Right, rather than continuing to water it, and watching it grow. So that's something that we've been doing, and not only myself, but a lot of people have been doing the same exact thing. And as those events got bigger, we start putting them in hotels, right? And then, that's kind of, iMillennials came about as the organization got huge. I reached Chairman 50, had a significant amount of people in my organization, had a significant amount of leaders to come help me out with the event, come speak and, kind of give their training and their insight on how they got to where they are.
So I at one of your trainings, because we're on step number 4 right now. now. Step number 4 is to set up 4 meetings, right? That's where we're at. That's where we're at for all the brand new people that are on board right now. Because we had about 25,000 people, Yvonne, I believe it's 25,000, and take advantage of the promo. Now, the promo ends, right? It ends tomorrow, right? That's when it's over, right? Is it tonight or is it tomorrow? Is when it's over? Because we just can't take any more people at that promotional price. So when does it actually end? Is it tonight at midnight or is it tomorrow at midnight?
It ends tomorrow at midnight, exactly.
Tomorrow at midnight. Okay, so we got literally one day left to take advantage of this. But Bryce, real quick before I move on back to Yvonne here, the meetings that you were doing, okay? The meetings that you were doing. So you said you started with the home meetings. How were you guys, was social media a big part of what you guys do with your organization? I remember you saying something about posting 10 times a day. What's the philosophy behind posting 10 times a day?
It's no philosophy really. I know Instagram has algorithms that I don't really even know myself, but if you post one time, only a certain amount of people are going to see it. It's only going to show up on somebody's timeline one time. So if they're not looking at their phone at that specific time, they probably won't see it. So you have to continue to post multiple times, so all of your stories, all of the things that you're posting on Instagram, it could be seen. Right, so and that's a huge thing, and just outside of posting, showing screenshots, sharing other people's posts, that's one thing, but actually doing it yourself, actually putting yourself on the camera, voicing exactly what you're doing, that makes everything just grow times 10, because people actually know it's you, people actually know it's more real when they hear it coming from you, because you're the person that they're following.
Yeah, absolutely. Well, man, listen, Bryce, the whole company, the whole industry of networking is extremely astonished and proud of what you're doing. Yvonne, I know you've been doing this now 10 years. You've been in the industry 10 years?
Yep, 10 years, man.
I've been in it 15 years. I don't know of any story like this. I've never heard of it. I think this is... And it's not, what's so amazing about it, it's not just Bryce. He's got leaders that are like, yo, we're going to go Chairman 500. Like, they're not even, and it's leaders all across the company now. I was talking with Cash the Great, and his belief system has just gone through the roof right now because of what he's seen take place. Right within the company, and it's amazing to see that one person's success can raise the tides of all people, where everybody's believing at an all-time high right now. And that goes back to step number 5, which is be here a year from now, 18 months from now, actually, 18 months from now, right? Be here 18 months from now. You got to give yourself time to succeed. You heard me say Bryce was a chairman, a Platinum 5000 for 9 months. You heard me say Josh was a Platinum 2000. He was a Platinum 2000 for 11 months, right? For 11 months. So when you look at that, you say you got to give yourself time to succeed, right? And that's what every leader does. That's what every leader in this industry ever does. So, Bryce, appreciate you coming on the call here and sharing some insight with all of us.